And what is up? Welcome back to the Next Guy Up podcast. You have got Zach and Tens here today. We have a fun weekend of football ahead of us. We think that there is going to be some upsets in the making potentially. There is a fun slate of NFL and college, and so we're excited to talk about all of it with you today. Tens, how we doing?
We are doing great. I was telling Zach this is my last week of freedom before we're 6 days a week at the old UPS. Just shout out if you want your packages delivered. Make sure we can see your the numbers on your house and on your mailbox, or I'm going to deliver it to your neighbor, and they might not give it to you. You never know.
That's true. Our packages always get delivered to the house down the street. Without giving away my address, we live on a street, and there is a drive of this, or there's a road. It's like the exact same road name, but it's road instead of street. And boy, do they get those mixed up literally all the time. So
that's a struggle. I can see where that would be a very big struggle.
Yep. And they're like the roads are right next to each other. I don't know whoever named it, so they have the exact same numbers as well. So there's like a 1, 2, 3 so and so road and a 1, 2, 3 so and so street, literally right next to each other. And boy, it's horrible. So there's my problems for the day. I feel like there's a lot going on in the world of sports right now. The NBA is just tipped off.
Yes, NBA just tipped off, and there's your NBA recap.
Crazy. Yeah, LeBron's on the bench.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know he was.
KD got foul baited on the end of their first game. That was funny.
That was funny. That's what happens when you play SGA.
We got
who I quietly got dynasty mode points from last year because I have the Thunder, and it doesn't matter because Zach has such a lead. And here we go.
Speaking of dynasty mode, the Dodgers. Yeah, we're in the World Series right now. The Blue Jays and Dodgers. Dodgers are about to single-handedly cause a lockout, probably. So shout out to them.
Shout out baseball.
Yeah, a lot going on. And within all of that, college basketball is right around the corner.
Oh, it's on the horizon.
Exhibitions, we're having scrimmages. Things are starting to cook a little bit there. I saw on the news. Yeah.
I was just saying, no, you're good. I love football. Football is my 1-1. I love NFL. I'm married to the NFL. I'm dating college football. But college basketball is my sneaky obsession. I love college basketball. It's my favorite thing to bet on, for sure.
Yeah,
it's by chaos. A mile. Yeah, but it's just so fun. I mean, there's games all night at all times. It's just and they're always good, fun games on just randomly during the week. I don't know. I love college basketball.
Honestly, small time college basketball is more fun to watch than small time college football. You're like Mac and stuff. Sometimes those games in football can just look really sloppy, but in basketball it's just chaos. It's fun. Because guys are just, they're laying it all on the court.
The talent difference in basketball, I feel like, is just not that much different. Yes, there's gaps to it like any sport. Duke is obviously better than Toledo, but at the same time, any basketball game, the right players get in a right rhythm, hitting threes or playing lockdown defense, and anybody can beat anybody. And that's why March Madness is so fun. College basketball season is just the best. And we got, the Maui Invitational. Something's always crazy going on at those. So I'm excited for college basketball.
I'm on the record saying, excuse me, I think that college basketball is the perfect length for a sporting event.
Yes.
In a day and age where football games are going 4 hours, 4.5 hours, MLB just kind of reduced theirs with the pitch count and the pitch clock and stuff. But yeah, if you put a timer to any college basketball game, it's going to be right at 2 hours pretty much every single time.
Yeah.
Which is, or maybe a little short, like an hour 45 to 2 hours, unless it's going to overtime or something. Which I think is awesome. It's so nice. It's like the game starts at 6, it's over by 8. It's
Yep.
great. You get to go
And
to
then
bed at a normal time. You know, stay up till
you could
10 o'clock watching the game.
yeah, you can turn on the second game and kinda watch it while you're in bed
Sure.
and go to sleep. It's
First half of it or
not
whatever.
tipping off at 9 o'clock. Like,
Um,
these Monday night games this
it's
last week,
awesome.
the double headers, I mean, I'm on Central Time. The second game didn't kick off until 9 o'clock my time.
Yeah, who's watching that
That
to the
is
end?
I
Starts
mean,
at it's gonna end at 1 a.m. Central Time.
yeah, like,
It's crazy.
congrats. I mean, I'm glad it was the Texans Seahawks because no one cares because the Texans are so bad, but, like, that was just poor planning by the NFL.
Yep. No, that's true. I don't like that. And I really like you're talking about chaos in college basketball, and I think the fact that it's only 40 minutes of game time, it just that like shortened length makes it to where every possession is important, and it makes it to where those upsets can happen. 'Cause like you said, you get the scores are so low that you get a couple threes, you get somebody go off for 25 points, all of a sudden it's anybody's ball game, which is fun. We'll probably dig into college a little bit more. We do love college basketball here on the show. We do a lot of March Madness stuff, but it's becoming pretty fun. I feel like college basketball's on the up and up. Speaking of college basketball, though, I did have one news story I want to just talk about with Tens here. This news story came out this week that there's a guy named London Johnson who's been playing in the G League with the Maine Red Claws and the Cleveland Charge, and he is going from the G League back to college at Louisville.
Yeah.
It says he's probably going to get to Louisville mid-year. He's going to sit out this season and play next season. We have not seen this happen ever, pretty much. But boy, what a weird story.
Yeah, I mean,
Going
make
from
the G League.
G League, like professional basketball, back to college, probably making a lot more money. And it's like maybe he just didn't make it in the G League. Maybe he got there and was like, "Ugh, I'm a little bit out of my depth here. I'm not playing like I wanted to. Let's go back and kind of get actually coached at a college, make pretty good money, and then I can maybe take a shot at the NBA eventually." It feels pretty bad. I don't know. You got any takes on this?
Yeah, I mean, imagine you I mean, this guy's gotta be making a lot of money to get lured out of the G League to go play
Definitely
back in college. Like, I don't know, this guy's probably just I think he's probably accepting the fact that he's probably not gonna make an NBA roster, so he probably made a little money in the G League, now he's gonna go make some NIL money and call it a career.
make some good money.
Yeah, exactly.
Louisville's got some pockets, I'm sure.
Louisville's basketball, they have a very good coach. They're a sneaky team out of the ACC this year.
Yeah. Uh, I'm excited. I know this is not really a college basketball podcast here, but I'm pretty pumped.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a
Feel
lot
good.
of. I feel like the NIL. And I've said this probably before on the pod. Actually, I know I have. NIL was the best thing for college basketball for making it like everyone's got a better playing field because you can pay 10 players and make that money last and go a lot further than you can in football, where you got to pay the backup running back probably a half a mil to keep him around just in case you need him.
Yeah, before, I mean, even more so, the talent hoarding happened at college basketball to such an incredible level at like Duke and Kentucky when Calipari was. I mean, it was just like people knew the hotbeds to go if you wanted to make the NBA and wanted to play like. I mean, it's the same thing that Nick Saban did, and the same. I mean, it's not like a secret that people pick those places because those coaches have a track record of sending people to pros. But I feel like it was so the talent hoarding you feel it more on such small rosters in college basketball.
Yeah.
But now it feels like the talent's spread out some more, which is fun. But you also have to be really selective. You can't with your because you have such a small roster that every single acquisition in the portal or whatever it becomes so important uh, that you can't just pick the best people available. You have to really pick and choose who you want, where they're going to fit into your roster. I mean, I feel like it's more fun than football, which is just like Let's go out and just get best available and just pay them $1 jillion, and they're gonna be here for 1 year and then probably go somewhere else.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay. Tens, you got something to get off your chest? You said you had something that was
Yeah,
stirring inside of you.
I did.
Hmm.
I forgot what it was. Should have wrote it
Ooh.
down. I remember I was leaving the Zaxby's parking lot and
Yeah.
so I had a gripe for the boys. And I don't remember what it was. So if it
Hmm.
comes back to me, great.
It's tough.
If not, I'll figure it out myself. But I do have a new gripe that's happening right now,
I
live
like that.
on air.
I like that.
Um, Chat GPT AI is
Yep.
officially the biggest coward in America.
Scared.
So, as you know, we've been doing the Parlay Challenge, and not only did we beat AI, but we beat him twice this year. We didn't have a
Mm.
we didn't have a weekend preview last week, so we didn't have another parlay. There must have
We would
been
have beat him again.
we would have beat him again. Something must have happened to Chat GPT AI. Something must have happened in the last week because they will not give me a parlay. Um, I have asked multiple ways. I've been asking since this episode started as well. It's telling me it can't do it anymore. That they can give us options
Mm.
for parlays for a fun discussion, but that they are not allowed to build a parlay and give it. What I assume is people were using AI and getting it to say this was a guaranteed winner, and then now someone's trying to sue these people. So
Maybe it's because you kept trash talking them every time we beat them.
no, I was very
You were like,
nice.
haha, AI, we beat you on our podcast. And then they're like, what do you mean podcast?
I was pretty
Maybe they
nice
want to
about it.
cut.
Maybe they want to cut of the profits.
Yeah.
Well, jokes on them. I only ever bet $1 on it because I never trusted them. Never trusted us or them. Um, so yeah, I can't. I'm trying. It's giving me picks from last week saying this would be a good discussion on how you can break down what a parlay. I'm like, I know what a parlay is.
We're not stupid AI.
We've
We
been
want to
doing
just humiliate
parlays
you.
for years, decades. So yeah,
Mm,
that's
that's
what we
tough.
got going on. AI is officially
Okay.
scared of us.
We got to bet anyways. We're going to
Exactly.
keep hitting.
Yeah. It'll be us against the void.
I like that. Okay. Well, we do have a fun week of college football ahead of us. Want to kick off with best of the rest tens?
Yeah, let's do it.
This game's been circled on our best of the rest calendar since really since like week 2, because these two teams have been at the forefront of the G5 playoff discussion since the beginning of the year, and they are matching up. Unfortunately, one of these teams took a pretty bad loss last week, which makes this a little bit of. I mean, it's still a fun game. So that would be your South Florida Bulls against the Memphis Tigers. This is a fun matchup. They're both in the American Athletic Conference. This matchup, these two teams have been like basically 1 and 2 favored for who is going to get the G5 spot in the playoffs. Memphis took a bad loss last week. USF is entering at 6-1. Their only loss of the year so far came against a Miami team that is ranked in the top 10. They were top 3 until last week. But a very good Miami team when Carson Beck decides he wants to play well.
Something about
And so we
Louisville.
got a fun matchup. Yeah.
Because that's who did it to
Uh,
him last year, too. Was their first loss was
mm,
Louisville. Or maybe not. Maybe I made that up.
Miami,
I
Virginia
feel
Tech last year. I feel
no, they beat
like
Virginia
they
Tech
lost
on
to
the
Virginia Tech.
Hail Mary.
Oh, that was when I knew they were losers.
I knew they lost. I know they lost to
I
Syracuse at the end
basically
of the
counted that as
year.
a loss.
Right.
It may have been Louisville. I don't remember.
I know they lost to Syracuse because that was their last game to get into the ACC championship game, and as a person holding the future, really needed them to win that
Mm,
one. I feel like it was Louisville was like their first loss. Louisville's just something about them, man. They're just a sneaky little football team.
some world beaters. Well, I broke down most of USF last week. They did take a win last week. And so we don't have a ton to cover. If we just want to do a very quick summary of where we were, South Florida is now 6-1 and 3-0 in American Athletic Conference play. They're averaging 41 points per game, which is very high. They also rank pretty highly in turnovers. This is likely the Alex Golish's last season with the Bulls. I think that most people are expecting him to take an opening somewhere around the country,
Yeah.
perhaps in the same state that he's currently coaching in, perhaps in a much larger job at an SEC school. I've heard his name topped around in the top 4 candidates for that position. We already have a couple of spots open, though, in the Power Four. It does seem like he is poised to take one of them. Um, Memphis is up 9-4 all time in the series. A fun fact. But this team is led by Byron Brown, dual threat quarterback. He's been very good. Chaz Nimrod came from Tennessee. Fun fact. He's their leading receiver. Like I said, all said they're a team that scores a lot of points. They had a very high scoring affair in the last game that we covered that they were in. This is a fun team. And so they are going to be playing Memphis. Tens did a little bit of a deep dive on Memphis.
Yeah.
You got some info?
Yeah. So Memphis is head coach. Shoot, I lost his name.
Ryan Silverfield.
Yeah, Ryan Silverfield has been there for 6 years. They're led by dual threat quarterback Brendan Lewis, who has thrown for 1,300 yards. He has rushed for 440. He's second on the team in rushing by only 40 yards, but he leads the team in rushing touchdowns with 7. He's also thrown for 8 touchdowns with 4 interceptions. Very big guy. He's really big. When you watch their games, he reminds me of Cam Newton, honestly. Like he's just very big. Um, as a team, they are averaging 38 points per game. Yeah, 38 points per game, average 8 yards per passing a game. So I mean, I know we're kind of a broken record here with overs, but South Florida doesn't play a ton of defense. Memphis's team is more well-rounded. They do play like solid defense, but I think in a situation like this, we're probably looking at a shootout with 2 dual threat quarterbacks.
Well, I think that Brendan Lewis is injured.
He is?
He got injured against UAB.
I did not catch that.
He sat out like pretty much the whole fourth quarter, I believe.
That's probably why they lost. That would have been a good thing to catch. Thanks. I
Yeah,
used
so
ChatGPT for information.
he had a lower
They got me
body
back.
injury, and from what I gather, he is questionable to play this week.
Okay.
So there's a couple of quarterbacks who could be playing in his place. I have been said that Silverfield said Lewis is considered day to day, and either freshman AJ Hill, or who is the guy who came in for him on Saturday, or Arrington Maiden could start in his place potentially, or they could do a multiple quarterback system. So
I've seen AJ Hill play for them. They've actually brought him in for like some gadget packages because he's a dual threat quarterback, but in a different way. He's very fast. I've watched some Memphis games this year because they score a lot of points. So I mean, AJ Hill would bring a different kind of vibe to the team, a lot more probably RPO quarterback running kind of stuff. But yeah, I did not know Lewis was hurt. That I don't like because I kind of like
yeah,
Memphis in the upset spot here.
I think that line would be much tighter if it's a 4.5 point line,
Yeah,
62.5 over under. I think that's 4.5 points because it's at Memphis, is because of the unknowns at the quarterback position there.
yeah, that makes sense. And Memphis, because Memphis does have a good home field, but
Yeah, it would be. I mean, it's a big game, but I think that also speaks to the playoff chances to make the playoff line shifted a lot this week. South Florida is now at like plus 120, and I also think some of the unknowns at quarterback for Memphis now have something to do with that.
yep,
If
okay,
South Florida
that's
can
my
win this
bad.
game, they are really, really in the driver's seat for that playoff spot.
Yeah, I mean they're favored right now, right? Or like they're plus like 120.
Yeah, they're definitely the best odds in the country right now. Boise State's still up there. I mean, it's a lot of your teams that you would expect to be right there still, but I can look it up right now actually.
This will be a good gauge of how much like is Golish already talking to Florida? Like how distracted is he and the
True.
team with that opening happening this week? Because I kind of feel the same way about Ole Miss. It's like
Yeah.
how locked in are we going to see Lane Kiffin, especially coming off a loss? Like, okay, is he going to come out and be locked in, or maybe, or is he a little distracted by the things going on in Gainesville, Florida?
Very true.
Is he hearing some sweet things whispered to him out of the swampland?
Ugh, nothing sweet's ever come out of the swamp. Plus 120 for South Florida, plus 350 for Tulane, plus 600 for James Madison,
Ah,
plus 800 or plus 900 for North Texas, plus 950 now for Memphis.
I wish they had
950.
like a play in for these schools, like college basketball, to get
Yeah.
in the playoff. That would be cool.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, if South Florida can win this game and then wins the AAC championship game, they'll be in.
Yeah.
I feel pretty good about that. I mean, Tulane is their biggest competition at this point.
Another coach competing for a SEC opening as well, the Tulane coach.
Yeah, it's those. Once you're successful in the FCS, all of a sudden your name starts popping up everywhere.
Yep.
It's kind of how the
Who's
cookie crumbles there, but
who's your nightmare hire for Florida?
sorry, not FCS. It's not FCS. Um, it's just Division Two. My nightmare hire.
Yeah.
I don't. Alex Golish really scares me
Right.
because I kind of know what Lane Kiffin is. A lot of people say that Lane Kiffin with like an elite NIL budget, blah blah, whatever. Um, I know Golish has some real top end talent. Yeah, I mean, and I feel like he has the potential to do some damage.
Yeah. Especially since he already has
Kind of kind of on
the
the Kurt
pipeline
Signetti
there.
trend. Yeah,
Yeah.
that Kurt Signetti coming from James Madison and kind of plugging in right away to Indiana, bringing some guys with him, and all of a sudden he's got a team that's competing. Is feels pretty scary.
I can see that. Dream hire would be to get Urban to come out of retirement.
I mean, Lane would not be bad for. Obviously, I think he would probably do pretty well at Florida. I'm not sure he wants to leave Ole Miss, but maybe he does. I don't know. He's, in my experience, not the most honorable guy. Will take whatever's in front of him if he has the potential. So
Well, what's crazy is one of Florida's biggest boosters and biggest people pounding the table for Lane Kiffin, allegedly, is his ex father in law.
really,
Yeah. So, ex
Ole
because
Miss. I
he's
mean,
been divorced.
Brian Brian Kelly
He's
gets
fired.
fired, and all of a sudden there's LSU and Florida are open, and it's like all bets are off. Like, what the heck's gonna happen there?
And Penn
And then
State.
you throw in James Franklin and Penn State, and there's some huge openings around the country. And who in the
Arkansas.
world is going to fill them all? I don't know.
Texas could be open for all we know.
Texas, no.
Oklahoma's
Hugh
still
Fre-
on the table.
Auburn certainly could be open. Hugh Freeze loses two or three more games, and Hugh Freeze is gone.
Who wants? I wouldn't want that Auburn job. The way they're churning out coaches right now.
Yeah,
No
it's not the
thanks.
most sexy job right now for sure. It kind of looks like a. But Florida is kind of the same way though. I feel like Florida's had a string of rough
They've had
coaches.
some bad hires in a row. They
Which
should have
Tennessee
just.
had the same song and dance. I get it. I mean,
Yeah, that's why you don't want Golish going in there because he's a program. He injects juice.
yeah, he feels like a guy who could turn a program around pretty fast.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't want to see him go there either. That'd be That would not be great.
Okay, so what's our official take here?
I like. Well, I probably still like the over. I don't know the
Yeah,
number, but I love.
62 and a half. It's pretty high.
So, yeah, but so was that last game we took with South Florida,
I
and
mean,
they almost
South
covered it
Florida could put
alone.
up. Yeah, I mean they can do that.
Yeah, I still like the over. I like the over. I
It's
just do.
taking the under with South Florida feels pretty bad.
It feels like a bad idea.
I feel like South Florida probably covers though. I think South Florida
I
wins this.
like it
I
too.
think
I do
I feel
too.
like Alex Golesh realizes this is his last kind of hoorah in these leagues, and I feel like he wants to like making a splash in the playoffs. Is like
Help with recruiting for
he's
sure.
making money. He's just like making dollars.
Yeah,
Playing a competitive playoff game with South Florida would just make him bukus of dollars and give him any job in the country.
yeah, and gives him like the right to walk into any job and say, "You're going to give me what I want resource wise because look what I just did at the University of South Florida. Now think about what I can do now."
Definitely, I think that's true. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, I
We
like
got. I like the
that's the
over.
same game parlay right there.
I like the over. I like. Yeah, I like South Florida.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we have some categories to cover. We're going to break down. Mason's not here, so our NFL expert. We do have a wild pick from him that we're going to mention later.
Yeah.
Mason loves. Well, we'll talk about it. We'll get there. Shout out to Mason. So we are going to start with. Let's start with our upset potential of the week. Your upset spot. Um, I'll go ahead and give mine. My upset spot of the week is uh, at a place that I think is set up. They've been throwing punches all season, and I think they're poised to finally land one at some point. And that would be at Mississippi State. They are hosting Texas. Uh, this is the Texas team who obviously had a lot of preseason expectations. Most of those are kind of down the drain at this point or very close. Um, they did beat Oklahoma, so they do have a little bit of momentum, but they struggled at Kentucky last week. And here we are at Mississippi State. This is a good Mississippi State team, not great. It's a very tough schedule, who has played very well. They are at home. They have shown that's a formidable place to play. And they are giving up 7 points to Texas. So the money line there is plus 225, Mississippi State over Texas. I know it's a long shot. That's what we kind of got try to give in this segment. I just feel like that is a game. Texas is pretty beat up. They've not been playing very well. Arch continues to underperform. And it just feels like one of those games where Mississippi State can finally land the punch. I kind of equated it to what Vanderbilt did last year, where it felt like they had a lot of teams on the ropes and they finally got Bama and landed the knockout blow. It just feels like Mississippi State's poised to get one. Big one. So I think this is going to be it. That's an upset watch on Texas.
Love that. Yeah, I agree with that one for sure. That's a really good one for college slate. I'm going to give one in both since we don't have our NFL expert here. I'm going to go in college first. This is plus 124, so not anything crazy. I do think this will be a pick 'em by the time things end here, but I'm going with my BYU Cougars. On the road to Iowa State, I just think that man, they're undefeated. This is a team that's won some close games. A team that always performs well. This freshman quarterback, who has like 3 older brothers come through college football as well, is just. I mean, his name's Bear. He wears number 47. He should not be doing these things. But I do think they get the upset in Iowa State. I think their coach Matt Campbell for Iowa State he's been linked to a lot of these jobs. He's been linked to like NFL jobs the last couple of years too. I think he's gone. I mean, like he's squeezed all the juice he can out of Iowa State, and it's time to upgrade a little bit. So I'm going to go BYU with my upset of the week in college. Now
I like that one.
NFL, NFL. I know we talked about it a little bit before, and I can't remember if I just sniped a different category from you. So if I did, that's my bad.
No,
I
it's
just
good. It's good.
okay. And then in the NFL, I've got one that's super gross. We're going to take the Dallas Cowboys
I
on
like
the
that.
road against the Denver Broncos. Look, this Broncos team going into the year, everyone talked about their defense. Their defense is playing very well. Bo Nix and this offense have been off. They were down 19 points in the fourth quarter to a Giants team that's just kind of okay. They got some, Jackson Dart and Cam Scadaboo are electric, but they're not a super great team by any means. Had to score, it was an NFL record, most points scored in a quarter for a comeback win. They've had a couple of these crazy comeback wins this year, and I just don't think you can keep doing it. The Cowboys coming into the year were a team no one really believed in, especially after the Micah Parsons trade. But the way their offensive line is blocking for Dak is an elite quarterback when he is not getting sacked 1,000 times a game. Like especially CeeDee Lamb's back. You saw what they did to the Washington Commanders last week with him back. Him and George Pickens is an elite 1-2 punch at receiver. Javonte Williams revenge game against the Denver Broncos for cutting him because Sean Payton never really liked him last year for some reason. So Cowboys at plus 150. I look. I think they get one. I think the Broncos are due to drop a game. They can't keep having all this magic, and
Mm.
so I like the Cowboys to get an upset here and be kind of like the talk of the town come Monday morning. Everybody's like, "Whoa, the Cowboys are a lot better than we all thought." Like I can hear it now. Are they for real? Are they a contender? But I like it. I like Cowboys plus 150.
I like that. Shout out to the Cowboys. Um, okay. We have our player to watch or person to watch. In my case, I'm watching a couple of people. Uh, there are two I'm calling must win games in the SEC for
Ooh.
some teams whose season are practically on the line. One of them is, and we just talked about these teams, so this is not a surprise, but a couple of coaches on the hot seat. One of them is LSU hosting
Uh-huh.
Texas A&M. Uh,
It's
they are
over.
giving up 2.5 points to Texas A&M there at home. Garrett Nussmeier has been, the LSU offense is just tough to watch. Not very good. A&M has been living up to expectations. They have, for the first time ever, maybe, they have a good quarterback in Marcel Reed. They are a team that looks like they're trending towards a playoff spot and some potential postseason action. LSU is a team with 2 losses now that feels like the season is on the line for them. They're at home. They're 2.5 point underdogs. This feels like Brian Kelly could be playing for his job at this point. And in a similar spot across the SEC, we have another coach I just mentioned. Auburn is playing in basically a similar situation. Auburn is 1.5 point. I'm trying to remember if they're favorites or underdogs.
It's against Arkansas, right?
Yes.
It's like minus 105 and minus 115. So like there's
Okay.
no real edge yet.
Right. So okay. So
It's
this game
basically a
is going to be
pick 'em.
very tight. This is in Arkansas. It's obviously a game where Bobby Trino is calling the shots now. Taylor Green has been very good. Taylor Green has been low key one of the top 5 quarterbacks in SEC probably, just
Yeah.
because he's playing on a losing team right now. He's very good. He is very able to beat you. And we've seen this Auburn team just kind of be pretty mediocre. This is a huge game for that team, for Hugh Freeze, for their season. I mean, this is kind of a hinge point, it feels like. So 2 teams playing across the SEC that are fighting for their coaches and their seasons.
Taylor Green gonna look really good in a Miami uniform next year or an Oregon Ducks uniform. One of the two. You
I
know
think he could be very successful.
he's gonna get a
Oh,
bag of money. He's
Bobby
very good.
Petrino. He is very good.
All
No, he's awesome.
all time.
He could be like a Cam Ward type, I feel like, if he went to
That's yeah.
like an
I do
ACC
too.
school.
Yeah. I think he would absolutely he would run it up though on the Big Ten. Just think about at the end of the day, the Big Ten is not trying to chase a quarterback that around. They don't have those guys playing that style up there.
Do we just ever wonder what would happen if you plug Taylor Green in at like Iowa? Just to see what happens. Like an experiment.
Just let him loose, man. Just cut it.
It's like Iowa doesn't even recruit guys like that. They don't what guy
No.
like, but what would happen
What if they
if
just
you just
tried it 1 year? You might like it.
and it'd be fun. So like, why haven't we been scoring points all along? This is great.
Wait, you mean your defense doesn't have to score half your points every game? What is this?
Touchdowns. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a fun game. Big one.
That
It
is.
might not be the prettiest game. It's probably gonna be ugly if I had to guess, but it's
Yeah.
a big one.
Also, shout out Bobby
Okay.
Petrino. Just all time. Just
Not good guy, probably.
yeah.
But that somehow end up in the same job you were in is kind of just like a wild to go through what he did and end up in the exact same job position that he got fired from.
To get fired from university for all the things he did, and then years later come back as the offensive coordinator in the most obvious, like, Sam Pittman, if you don't get this figured out, we're just going to replace you with this guy move ever.
And it'd be like welcomed by the fan base, pretty much.
They love it. They're eating it up.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised for 1 second when he gets announced as just like he's the head coach.
Probably.
It's an interim tag taken away.
Yeah, he kind of fits the culture there at old Arkansas, he feels like.
Yeah.
All right, Tens. Who we watching this week?
All right, so I'm watching Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills, the mighty Josh Allen. And here's the thing, guys. The Carolina Panthers, are they back? Their defense is flying around. They've won 2 games in a row. They're above 500 for the first time since 2019.
Couldn't be me, my team.
Now, is Bryce Young hurt and maybe not playing this game? Yeah, sure. But here's the thing about Josh Allen. Josh Allen got married this summer. Josh Allen, after their recent loss before the bye week, said, yeah, it's been good. Like, she gave me perspective that, like, maybe I am more than just a football player. Buffalo Bills fans didn't like to hear that from their MVP candidate. We need you more than anything in life. Buffalo Bill fans, please win us a Super Bowl. They don't like hearing that he might be thinking about things off the field. So we need a vintage Josh Allen, 300 plus total combined rush pass yards, 4 touchdowns. Like, just remind everyone that you're that guy, Josh Allen, or show them that maybe you're going to turn into Hollywood Josh Allen. Start being in movies and commercials like your pal Travis Kelce, and just, not caring about football as much.
No, we don't want that. He's on my fantasy team.
I
need him to stay locked in.
Well, we're going to find out how locked in he is, because locked in Josh Allen goes into Charlotte, North Carolina 2 years ago and absolutely dummies these guys for 500 total yards. Just absolutely makes them feel embarrassed about the level of NFL player they are.
Yeah.
We need it. We need to see it, Josh. I need to see it, man. I need to see it out of you.
That you still got the fire.
He still got the fire. Or did marrying a Hollywood actress who makes more money than you, maybe, probably not, kind of make you like lose some of your fire? Like, you just kind of want to chill now.
I feel like some of those AFC quarterbacks are, I'm mainly talking about Mahomes at this point, are kind of like, nah, we can just get to the postseason.
Kind of
get out of here with 10 or 11 wins, and we'll show up.
That's how they feel. They got about 1 more year of doing it.
Yeah.
1 more. This is their last hoorah.
Oh, really? This is it?
Yeah.
You're calling it?
This is
changing
the last
of the guard?
year. Yeah, there's supposed to be a big change in the guard around here next year.
I like that. Yeah. Cam Ward.
Yeah, Cam Ward.
Shock the world.
Bo Nix. Dylan Gabriel. Whoever. Kyler Murray on the Dolphins.
Okay. Did you have one for college too?
Nope. Just NFL for that one.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Well, this is the game of the week. And my game of the week in college is going to be a very honestly It's a very big game for both of these programs. This is Ole Miss, Oklahoma. Ole Miss,
Mm-hmm.
Oklahoma. We have two teams now that have won losses. Uh, John Mateer is pretty banged up, struggled against Texas. They took the loss there. Ole Miss took the loss to Georgia last week. Both teams played very well in their last losses, but are coming kind of have come from top 5 teams now. All of a sudden, they're floating around the playoff bubble along with a bunch of other teams.
Yeah.
Whichever team loses this will be firmly on the bubble, along with a lot of other 2-loss teams around the country. Whoever wins will be in the driver's seat to take a playoff spot. From what Oklahoma still has a very tough schedule ahead.
Yeah.
Oklahoma's just got screwed with their schedule. But Ole Miss, they both these teams really, really need this win. This is a huge one. Oklahoma has to travel to Neyland Stadium soon. Uh, Nothing's getting easier for them, and so very, very fun matchup here. I anticipate this being a very close game. Um, yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, I feel like Mateer came back too early, man. Like
Definitely. He wasn't ready, but it's the Red
he
River
wasn't.
Shootout. It's big
I
game.
get they had to try and like I guess they felt like he was still their best option to win that game. I don't know if I agree with that. I mean, that might be revisionist history, but at the same time, like he just could not operate like he normally does. But yeah, this should be this is gonna be a fun game. This is
5.5 points to Oklahoma.
That's a lot of points.
So it feels like a
I
lot
don't
of
know.
points, but
I
it's
really,
in Norman.
I really do feel like we're gonna find out pretty quick, like how locked in is Lane Kiffin. How much are these rumors real?
I think the matchup to watch is going to be Trinidad Chambliss versus that Oklahoma
That
defense, which has
defense,
been
yeah,
very good.
very good.
Chambliss has looked very good so far, but against the Georgia defense has looked not super solid so far this year. What happens? I think Oklahoma's defense is still elite. What happens? Does Chambliss step up to the occasion like he did against Georgia, or is this where they kind of bottle him up a little bit?
Right.
I think that'll probably be the difference. And then obviously Oklahoma and John Mateer and what he looks like. So
Yeah, for sure. All right. My college game was we've already talked about it a little bit, but LSU and A&M. Like Zach said, I really feel like Kelly is coaching for his job here. It's amazing to me LSU is an underdog at home in Death Valley at night. Like
oh, how
that's
Death
just
Valley has fallen.
yeah, like
I've heard
that's a
some rumors they're
class
falling off.
falling off. I heard that the fans are going to show up with brown paper bags over their heads. They're tired of Brian Kelly. And
Mm.
for Brian Kelly to get trolled the way he did after that, did you see that? Uh, the dang who they lose to their last loss? They like put up a sign next to the media room and it was like caution, beware of tantrum tantrums, fist pounding on the table, and red faces. Talking
They
about
lost to
Kelly.
Vanderbilt last week.
Yeah, Vanderbilt. Yeah, that's what happened. They put that on like where the press goes in for the coach's interview.
That's funny.
Um, I don't. I mean, I've been saying it. Kelly just doesn't. He does not got it. He was never a fit to me at LSU. I never got the whole thing. And A&M is rolling right now. Like I made fun of the Elko hire, and so far the way they went into the portal and upgraded their receiver positions, and Marcel Reed the way he's playing. I mean, I don't understand why he's not being talked about as a Heisman candidate. I mean, the guy has been electric. So I think A&M goes in there and absolutely embarrasses Brian Kelly, and this is the final nail in
Mm.
his coffin. I really do.
Well, if this is on the final nail, they have to go to Alabama next week. So, or they get a
Like,
bye week and then Alabama. So,
yeah, that's tough.
not getting easier. And they have to play Oklahoma in the last game of the season as well. So, I mean, there's a realistic chance where they could have 5 losses.
And that doesn't fly at LSU. It just
Now,
doesn't.
5 losses, he's fired. 4 losses, he's probably fired.
3 losses, he's
3 losses, he's
his
it's
seat
going to
is
be
pretty hot.
conversation. Yeah, but if he gets 3 losses, it means he's beaten Texas A&M or Alabama.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
Tough one.
I don't see it. This A&M team is really good. I did not expect this going into the year. I kind of thought they were like a fake good team, and I've been very wrong. They're
They
Marcel Reed
usually
has
have a
been
dud
elite,
on their. They have a dud once a year at least.
but that's
They haven't
Jimbo
had it
Fisher,
yet.
Texas A&M.
It
You
just
know, like
feels like it's coming. I don't know where it is, but
I guess
I hear what you're saying. I mean, it's true. Different team, whatever. It just feels like they play LSU this week, then they play Missouri next week. They still have Texas at the end of the season. Um,
that's
I mean,
the
there's
one.
still a path. There's
The
still a pathway
Texas
for them to have like 3 losses to end up 9-3, which would be the most Texas A&M thing ever.
somehow it's Arch. Like Arch will finally look like the one that he was supposed to
Yeah,
look like, and it'll be against
yeah.
A&M after they've not played each other in 10 years
Texas
in the
could be
rivalry.
terrible, but still beat A&M in Oklahoma.
Yeah, that would
Yeah,
make me sad and
yeah.
upset. All right, and
Okay, so
then
we got our AI parlay that AI is cowardly stepped out of.
yeah, and then my NFL game of the week. This
Okay.
one's
Oh,
short and
sorry.
sweet. You're good. It's Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers on Sunday night against the Green Bay Packers,
Ooh,
playing against his former team, a Steelers team that's supposed to be good, a Packers team that's supposed to be good. I
yeah.
don't know if either one of them are really that good. Like the Packers trading for Micah Parsons was supposed to put them as like the Super Bowl favorite, and I mean they're playing around with the Cardinals last week with Jacoby Brissett playing quarterback. Like that was, I don't know, Packers, y'all got to figure it out.
Figure it out.
And the
That's a fun
Steelers, I
one.
mean, just yeah, it'll be a good Sunday night game. So far this year, all the Sunday night games have been good. So hopefully that stays true this week.
I like it.
I love it. I want some more of it.
Okay, so you're gonna start with Mason's pick.
Yeah, we'll go. Yeah, we'll go with Mason's pick. Mason's pick for the us against the cowardly AI is going to be Devon A. Chain of the Miami Dolphins over 13 and a half, or no, sorry, under 13 and a half carries. His reasoning for this, that way people know why. They are always playing from behind, and Ollie Gordon increased in snaps, comma, rushing attempts, and even targets from week 6 to 7. So a 1 week bump in targets and rush attempts was enough for Mason to say this starting running back is going to start getting less carries. Hmm.
It's a very interesting pick, Mason.
We know our guy Mason loves his player props.
He
So
does.
there we are.
Okay, you love to see that. My pick is coming from the college world. I am picking Illinois +4. This is an Illinois
Mm-hmm.
team who is going on the road. They are underdogs. They're 4-point underdogs against a Washington team who's taken some bad losses lately. Obviously, they're at Washington. It's a long trip to go from Illinois to Washington, but this is an Illinois team that's looked very good. They've got a very good quarterback. It's a program that has been pretty fun, and they've played some competitive games. They've lost big to Ohio State and Indiana, but other than that, they've played very well this season. They're ranked number 23 in the nation. This Washington team has not done very much to impress me so far. They've gotten blown out in in their games against competent opponents. I just feel like 4 points is a lot of points. I'm honestly going to take money line myself, but +4, I'll take the points
Yep,
for
I like
the
that one.
parlay.
I like that. Yeah, if they're going to give us some points, we might as well take them. All right, my leg is going to be the San Francisco 49ers money line
Mm,
against the Houston Texans. This is not just about me not liking the Houston Texans. Nico Collins, the only real threat on the Texans offense, has a concussion.
yep.
You just saw the Texans like not be able to move the ball without him against the Seahawks. And the Seahawks defense is very good. Well, they run a very similar style to the 49ers, who are just a more juiced up version. Even without Fred Warner and Nick Bosa, this is still an elite defense. And oh, yeah, by the way, the 49ers they've only lost one game this year, maybe two. No, just one. They're 6-1. Even with all their injuries, they have Christian McCaffrey. This is an elite team coached by Kyle Shanahan, who's an elite. He is an elite head coach. He's going to know D'Amico Ryan's defense inside and out. D'Amico coached for him as his defensive coordinator for years. This is just one of those, the master is going to beat the pupil pretty badly kind of game. And this might be like I don't know, CJ Stroud's getting called out about his body language. Things are bad on the sidelines. The offensive line is not playing well. I just think this is going to be a bad day for the Texans. Brock Purdy might be back. I think even if he's not, Mac Jones has played well. So, yeah, give me the 49ers. I'm going to take money line. The spread's minus 2.5. I'm not messing with spreads. We're just going to take a money line. It's like plus 140 or minus 140.
Gotcha.
So
I like that.
Our 3 legs put together, this is actually our biggest parlay so far, is plus 624.
What is Mason's leg?
Minus 105. So we're almost touching a plus money leg there.
I like that.
Yep.
Mine's minus 108, so it makes sense.
So yeah,
okay.
Plus 124. And then AI, of course, cowards and will not give me a parlay. I will see. We'll try to get that fixed for next episode. Maybe I can get it. If I can get them to give us one, I'll get it posted that they've actually challenged us. But I don't know. They're talking like cowards right now, which is crazy.
All right. Well, that is our show. We are excited about this weekend of college football and the NFL. We will be back to recap all of it coming up next week. But for now, we hope you all have a great weekend, and we will see you next time.